Sam is a 5-year-old rat terrier. May is a 4-year-old Jack Russell mix. Jack is a 2-year-old Great Pyrenees. And then there's Zeus, our 3-year-old Lab Great Dane mix. This all began 2.5 years ago when we moved from Colorado to Idaho to be closer to family. We moved back home with one dog. That was May, our little terrier. We had a small backyard and a small dog, and that worked out just fine until we decided that we wanted a second dog. We knew what we wanted. We wanted a dog who was calm and confident and easygoing and already grown up past the puppy phase. So we reached out to Jamie with the Idaho St. Bernard Rescue Foundation here in the Boise area. She had the perfect dog for us. His name was Zeus. He was really just happy and energetic, but not confident and not well socialized and kind of a hot mess. But we fell in love with him and he became part of our family. So Zeus had some pretty typical behavioral issues. He was a super high energy dog. He was a young dog. He chewed, he dug, he had endless energy. We call him Tigger because he bounces off the walls, literally, bounces off the furniture, runs tracks around the house, and we're a busy family. We didn't have a whole lot of time to do nothing but exercise him. So we tried all the typical stuff, long walks, multiple walks during the day, lots of ball playing out back, dog parks, anything you can think of, we'd probably tried it. And while some of that worked, we saw obviously when he was tired, he was much better behaved because he was tired and he was happy. And that worked. But it took an enormous amount of time to get him tired. I was looking for an alternative solution and spent a lot of time just trying to figure out the different sports that were out there that might work for him. And I was trying to give him a job, but I needed something that I could do with him every day. And that's where we found Urban Mushing, Dryland mushing. And I was intrigued. I thought it sounded like the coolest idea. And I read a lot of posts about these people hooking their dogs up to scooters and bicycles and rollerblades and skateboards and carts. And I wanted to try it. I didn't know any more about it at that point. I just knew you hooked them up to something and they ran and it looked like a blast. So we decided on a scooter and Zeus and I started running on a daily basis together. And I'll tell you what, my entire relationship with him changed at that point. He became responsive. He showed me that he was not a dummy. He did take to running and listening to commands, and we started G and Ha training, left and right training, and he picked it up, and he learned it, and he was responding, and he was loving it, and our relationship at home was better. He was not skittish. He was happy. He was tired. He was listening. He was not destroying. He was not digging. And I knew this was just kind of the magical combination for him. So I originally thought that this was a sport that just Zeus and I could enjoy. He was big. He was powerful. He had energy to burn. And it was him and I that were running. But I realized that it was something I could do with more dogs. And so I started with May, my little terrier, and got her a harness and hooked her up. And Zeus, the giant, and May, this little 26-pound terrier, ran together. And I realized that even though May wasn't destructive and she didn't have a set of bad behaviors, she loved it. She loved running with Zeus. She loved getting out, and she dropped 4 pounds. We used to call her Jelly Bean because she looked like a big roly-poly jelly bean. And now she is fit and healthy and in shape and is digging it. Mason, my 9-year-old, was amazed at how well she could pull, how quickly she could pull, and they went on the ride of their life. And to me as a parent, that was so powerful. I now am having fun with something. I'm engaging my dogs. I'm engaging my family. My kid is participating. We're all out there together. Just made me happy. We also went from fostering to adopting Jack, the Great Pyrenees. He stayed too long with us and we fell in love and didn't want to let him go. The thing with my dogs is I wanted to make sure they're having fun the whole time. So if they wanted to run, I wanted them to run. But if they didn't, then no big deal. Except for Zeus, because he needed it. But with Jack, we started going to our local coffee shop. He knew he would get a treat of whipped cream at the local coffee shop, and we started the run that way, so that he knew he was on his way to a destination that was fun. And he would pull me, down the street, no problem, as long as we were going to the coffee shop. But little by little, he started realizing that going out with the other dogs and running was a lot of fun. Shortly after that, my oldest son could no longer take care of his dog. He had to move to a different place that didn't allow dogs. So we inherited Sam, the little rat terrier. So now we have 4 dogs. And we introduced Sam to Urban Mushing. Again, I had to go through the whole harness process with a little itty-bitty harness, and Sam can't pull per se, but he can keep up with those big dogs. So I now have my small team and my big team. My 2 terriers run together, and the 2 big dogs, Jack and Zeus, run together. And in all of this, I got my husband involved too. So it's quite a sight to see all 3 of us out there together on our scooters with our 4 dogs, none of which look like sled dogs. None of them are northern breeds that look like they should be out mushing, but all of whom love it. They absolutely love it, and we love it as a family, and it was our solution.